Now, apologies if you can hear the generator. I have got my mic on though. However, it does lead into this week's video, which is all about Voltanic. And this is their hybrid inverter. Now, what do I mean by hybrid inverter? Well, it's basically an all-in-one system. So you have an MPPT charger in here for the solar. You also have a pure sine wave inverter in it, so you can run 240 straight off of it. It can also be connected to the grid, or it can be connected to a generator as well. So I'm just having a quick little read through of the instruction manual, just give you any more information. It's clearly a system built for me and you to install. Little disclaimer, you probably should be a qualified electrician to install this. Say that as you will. So I believe this is our little Wi-Fi device, so we can connect to it and monitor anything that's going on. So far, these are very clear instructions, which is what I like to see. Loads of diagrams. Right, so there is something that is concerning me. Now, I have always worked with 12 volt systems. Obviously, getting an inverter so it can convert it to 240 volts is very plug and play, easy. Now, Voltanic have not supplied me with a battery for this system, which obviously if you do buy their kits, they do have optional batteries. You may already have a battery storage solution, so you don't have to necessarily buy the batteries, but they are optional extras within the kits, and you can choose which size battery that you want. However, you obviously need to buy two. And what you do is you have a 12 volt battery and another 12 volt battery, and you link them together in series, which basically keeps the same amp hour battery. So let's just say you bought two 300 amp hour batteries. You will have a 300 amp hour battery, but it will be 24 volts. If you link them together in parallel, you would have 600 amp hour worth of battery, but it would still only be 12 volts. Now, some of you may know that I've already built a DIY lithium ion battery from DIY lithium ion cells, and so that is what we're going to be using on this system. Now, my cells consist of two 200 amp hour batteries. So again, we're going to link them together in series, and we will have a 200 amp hour battery, which is 24 volts. And that should hopefully link up very well with this system. Right, okay, this is everything that Voltanic has sent me. Okay, to quickly explain this, I have built a temporary shed for when we get planning permission. Now, for planning permission, I have built I plan to build a workshop at the very bottom of our land, and all the materials from this shed is going to be used on that. Now, the workshop down the bottom isn't going to have any solar on it whatsoever. There's no point. We've got tree coverage. I wouldn't get a single watt, put it that way. So bearing that in mind, and the fact that I obviously want to reuse the metal on the roof, I don't want to drill any more holes. Now, with the kit that Voltanic supply, they give you these brilliant mounting brackets. And the idea is that you'd put it on here, your solar panel will be here and here. And they have got one of these, which basically slides underneath, and you can clamp the solar panels down. Really nice and simple. In fact, it saves you having to buy what I have bought, which is Unistrut. And what I'm basically going to do, because we have a corrugated roof, I can't just put Unistrut straight onto it. I need to build it off because of the profile of the roof. And that's where these are going to come in handy. So what I'm going to do is, with the holes that I've already drilled for fixing the metal roof down, I'm going to use these as feet basically, and probably reuse one of these holes. So then this is going to be my feet. Unistrut is going to go across the top of it. Solar panels will then obviously come down, and I'm hoping I can still reuse these. Voltanic's kit is actually really, really good. It's such a simple system. It's so much better than using these and Unistrut. I just like to be difficult, and it's not my first time doing it. Voltanic very kindly gave us the solar panels for this motorhome, and of course I didn't just stop there. I ended up making it lift on linear actuators. Here's the video, go and watch it. So yeah, I do it to myself. And the other thing is, like, they give you all the screws for all of these, all self-tapping screws. It's brilliant. So also with this kit you get an isolator as well. They also gave one for the kit that came in here. However, this one has got all of the terminals already on it, so it doesn't seem like you have to open this up and redo it all yourself. So that's incredible. Save me a job. Wall mounting system, looks like. Do you know what? This gives me kind of like retro vibes. Ooh. Look at that. Back positive, back negative, AC in, AC out. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. Okay, I have a game plan. I'm going with it. Let's see what happens. So, as I said, they obviously supply the bracket, the clamping system, and the self-tapping screws that you use, obviously, in these holes. But they also give you these little rubber feet, and basically that is to seal it all up, so you don't have any leaks. There you go. So now I can drill through that, and then once it grips down onto the metal roof, I know that that is not going to leak. Okay, so this is the first one fitted. I put the rubber mounts on each of them just so it doesn't scratch the roof at all, and obviously that's what you need to do. And obviously you are meant to fix through all of these holes, but I am just fixing one. This is all of the original holes I'm going to use. And then where I'm going to fix the uni-strut across this, I'm going to make sure that it's close to this fixing, because obviously up here it's not very strong, but right here you are not moving that. I've got 18 of these brackets now to put all over this roof, so I think that is going to be a strong enough fixing, especially with 18 of them on the roof. Heimdall, can I just have a bit of space, mate? Oh, there's the other one. And there's our laundry. Right, hopefully you can see this. Can you see that bracket underneath? That is actually upside down. It's meant to be the other way, but obviously it was interfering with how this got fixed down. But I think it is still holding it really well. I haven't fully tightened this, so it might move. Right, that's just like hand tighten it, and that's pretty strong anyway. And again, try and lift it up a little bit. That's not going anywhere. That's on there. And what this does allow me to do, once this is all fully secured down, is I can then step on this, and then it's not that row, that will then put in the next run on, and then we can start putting the solar panels on. Hopefully we can get it all done today. Now I could have put these solar panels slightly higher, and obviously for us that would be ideal, just because of the mountains and the trees all the way around us. In the winter we're really not going to get a lot, I don't think. We'll see. But the reason I decided to go slightly lower is just for cleaning it. We're actually ordering a brush that has like a hose system on it, so, and it's 5 meters long. If I went any higher, I don't think I'd be able to get to the top of the solar panels, but from the ground for 5 meters I think I can easily wash all of these solar panels. Not only that, but again, when it snows we can use the same brush and just brush off all of the snow. Right, well that's all the mounts on the roof, but unfortunately I can't fit the solar panels just yet. So I have these spring-loaded a spring channel nut is what they're called, and I think I've got M10 and I need M8 for these to work. So these are what we're going to clamp the solar panels down with. But yeah, I need to pop to Inverness and get some different ones. I need 16 of these. So unfortunately, no solar panels today, but I think we will be able to get them up tomorrow. Okay, it is the next day. Now I've got our new channel nuts and I've got some extra lugs just in case. Now before I go ahead and start putting the solar panels on, I think it's probably best that I build the cabinet and have everything here ready for connecting the solar panels up to it. So I think today I'm going to sort out this area. Come on. Okay. So I just wanted to put it in here and kind of get the feel for it. Obviously the 12 volt system's behind here. I don't want to turn it off now because we're nearly at the end of the day, so I'll leave it. Tomorrow I'll finish putting some shelves in. I see where I want the hybrid inverter and everything to go. So obviously I'm going to lose my light switch. I think I will put the switches on here. I think I need to get one of those like step down modules from 24 volt to 12 volt. So yeah, I might have to have a little look online tonight and pick one of those up. Right, okay, I've got a minute 50 on this memory card left, but this is the temporary setup. It is still 12 volt at the moment, feeding the lights back in. This is the PV isolator, so for your solar is going to come out of here into the bottom and then out of here and into the bottom of the solar inverter. And this is, if you ever want to work on your solar, you can just switch it off. This is obviously still 12 volt at the moment, and this is my DIY lithium ion battery. So these are JBD BMS's 200 amp, and this is one 200 amp hour battery. This is another 200 amp hour battery joined together. So it's a 400 amp hour lithium ion battery. However, we're going to link up slightly different, make it into a series. So it'll be one 200 amp hour battery, but it's 24 volts. So yeah, I am really happy with how this is starting to look. So I'm just making a little list now of everything that we need, and we're going to pop to Inverness, pick up everything, come back, and hopefully get this wired up. So tomorrow we can put the solar panels on. Good morning, everyone. Look at me. Oh, middle of October. Yeah, I'm cold, man. I am very cold. Gloves on and everything. But today we are getting that solar on the roof. So our first one is going to be in the middle, into those brackets, and we'll get another clamp. If you can just see it there, it's ready to go. Clamped down, and then we can work that way, and then work that way, and get these all linked together. However, it is cold, and that means trying to get Rachel outside and work. It takes some doing, and she doesn't like standing around. If you're getting her to work, she wants to be moving. It's not going to be the case today. She's going to be waiting around and just passing things to me, unfortunately. But It's a big job, we got to get it done. So yeah, I'm going to go and tell her now. She's all nice and warm in there. You ready to work? Ready to come out in the cold?
Why is warmies in here, Cam?
Come on, get your gloves on. Okay, so these are all the solar panels. Still got them all covered up and protected. Did have a peek at this one just because I had to take some measurements. But yeah, these are our 400 watt solar panels, and they're the bifocal N-type technology. I'll go into a bit more detail. But yeah, I can open one up. That's gonna be our first one, and then it's literally just linking positive to negative. So at this end we'll have a positive end, and at that end we'll have a negative end, which we'll connect up with the cables, join them either side, come in, boom, into there, right into the middle.
Has Hunter actually found a new ball?
I don't think so. I think it's still got the skanky one.
No, go find me a new one. Find me another one. You've got like 4 balls out here, mate. Go find me another one. I'm not touching it. Go find me another one.
It takes some doing, and she doesn't like standing around. If you're getting her to work, she wants to be moving.
Clever boy. Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it?
So Rachel, when I'm up there screwing it down,
Yeah?
this is something that you can be doing, is going along and opening up the next one.
Yes, boss.
Yeah?
Yep. Oh, all this cardboard I can use in the garden.
Yeah.
That is so good. Oh. Have I got to lift this up to you?
Yeah. What do you think I've got you here for?
Damn, it's only just kind of dawned on me that they're heavy.
So do you know what's really cool about these solar panels?
What? Tell me.
Don't know if it technically works because we got it on a roof, but on the back you also have solar panels. So if it's on the ground and it's tilting, any light that's going back and hitting the ground, it then bounces off and catches it from behind.
For real?
For real, man. I believe that's how it works anyway.
So you've got to climb a ladder now and I've got to lift this up to you?
Your end's the top.
Mine's the top.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do they go that way up?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they'd go the other way.
Why would they go that way?
I don't know, I thought like that way. Like landscape, not portrait. But they're going portrait.
It won't fit all on our roof, babe.
Okay, cool, fine.
Let's flip it over, take the other cardboard off the corner.
Wait, what way are we flipping?
Back that way. This is going to be interesting.
I reckon I can lift it. Maybe. You need to climb the ladder first. Let's put it on its end.
No. You walk up with me.
Is this safe? Doesn't feel the most safe.
Okay. Right, I need you to lift. Lift.
I can't touch it anymore.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm not touching it.
There you go.
Oh, that looks really good.
Hold the ladder. This is going to be a fun day.
Do you want me to get the next one open?
Yes, please. Right, so before I go too mad, I thought I'd quickly try and show you how this system works. So these are, I know them as spring channel nuts, and they've got an M8 hole there. As you see, one side's got a slight curve to it. So pop it in on the flat bit, twist it, and then that locks in, and you can just slide it down. The channels that Voltanic supply, same screws as well, and then that will just screw into there. It does just clear the bottom. It was perfectly measured out by myself. Yeah, holding it nice and tight up against there, giving it a bit of a tighten, but I do actually want to keep it loose, so once the next solar panel comes in, it can get underneath here. So yeah, we'll get this next one up now, and you can see how we struggle. Right, gloves.
Do you need this other fixing yet? You don't?
Oh yeah, I need to put that other one up, don't I? Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, good job you're here. Right, hold that bloody lather.
I've got you.
Squeaky bun time. Why are you not going? Oh!
It's alright, you're fine.
I can't then. Oh, finally. Oh, that's the wrong one, babe.
Really?
Yeah, where'd you get that one from?
The box?
Did you get it from the box or the bag?
That one, the box.
Get the ones from the bag, please.
Sorry, stay there, don't move at all.
Can't get the staff, can you?
This one's from the bag.
I wonder why I'm struggling with it.
Sorry, Cam.
That's better.
Sorry everyone. I'm just here admiring my eucalyptus plant. It looks amazing.
You what?
My eucalyptus plant looks great.
Wow. The annoying part is that by the time we get all this up,
The sun will be gone
the
for the
sun's
day.
going to pass. I measured it the other day. 12:30 is when we lose it on this roof.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's so early in the winter.
Not even winter yet, babe.
Is my hopper where it needs to be?
Should be.
Cool.
1, 2, 3. Whoa, wait.
You're good?
Yeah, it's got no grip. There we go.
I've got you on the ladder now. So before I clamp anything down, I get our cables. We are still rolling, that's good. Connect them up. Slide them underneath the panel that's already down. And this allows me to, oh, look at that. Getting good at this, babe. That was satisfying actually, I saw that from here.
That's down.
Be really careful.
That's it in. Now, as you just saw, my amazing flexibility there. Another good thing about these solar panels is how strong these frames are.
Do you want them all now, or just one of them?
Let's go one at a time. I'll do the bottom first. Thank you. So what I'm installing now is the clips that go at the very end. One side done.
Well done.
Let's bring this down to the bottom. So this is our end now.
Oh, clever
What is
boy.
it? It is a positive. This is our positive end. So what I'll do is I'll connect that up to the red lead, and that will go under, up, and then into the motor, into the motorhome, into the shed.
Just realised when I was saying clever boy then it would have really sounded like I was being sarcastic to you. That Hunter just found his ball. Like it's
You're so clever.
he's so clever, Cam. You're such a clever boy.
I am a clever boy.
You are a clever boy, but so is he. Look, he found his ball.
No, you just found the ball. Well, that certainly wasn't an easy task, but now we've got all the solar on the roof, I can now make up the connections and we can start working back in here. Been to the shops, items have been retrieved. Now what we have got is a little consumer unit here, and obviously an RCD on it, and it's currently got like 5 breakers in there, purely because I want to be able to isolate things if I need to work on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it here. One of them is going to be for the washing machine, and what I'll do is I have a 20 amp breaker in there. I then want another circuit for the workshop side. So again, if I need to throw in any more sockets or anything like that, I can just isolate it from here. And then we'll have another one for the motorhome as well, for where that charges through it. And then there's 2 now for spares. They come with like 6 amp breakers in them, which is usually for like a lighting circuit. But for the lights in here, because they're already 12 volt, so what we have here is like a voltage regulator. And what it's going to do is take 24 volts. So what we'll do is we'll wire this straight up to the battery, and that will bring it down to 12 volts. And we'll bring that back to our little switch panel here, where we've obviously got the lights and everything all running off of it. So that is how we're going to do that. So I've still got to connect the cables right here for the solar. What I'm going to do now is probably connect those up, bring them into here, and then I've got to make up 2 ends for going into the isolator, which obviously is supplied. Okay, what I'm currently doing is running the solar panel cables. I've done the positive, which goes that way. I'm just currently doing the negative, which is this end. And what I've had to do, which wasn't easy, was feed this little cable through behind this wall, and that's just so I can keep on feeding cables through, because it's a bit tricky. Right, where are we going next? Now, luckily, Voltanic supply you with cables that are 10 meters long, and lucky for me, this shed is 10 meters, so probably about a meter from the solar panels coming back up and into the shed, and then we've got 5 meters from both sides coming in, roughly. Maybe it's 3 and 7, let's call it that. And then they're both going to have to come into here up to the isolator, and then I've got to cut them, put the new join on it, new end, and then again making these little ones going into the solar inverter. So yeah, didn't have to panic about not having enough cable. Now, I don't want to cut the cables just yet, purely because they have probably built up some charge just from being on there now. So I don't want to be snipping this cable whilst it's connected. Good thinking, Cam, good thinking. So what I'm going to go and do outside is make sure the cables are long enough, and then just put some cable clips down, holding them in place so I can pull off the excess this side, in through, and then I know exactly where I've got to cut. Right, that's both our cables through now. And what I've just done is taken off the front cover of the isolator just so I can see which side it was positive and negative. They do have marks on these ends. However, don't go by them. Make sure you open it up and see exactly where your positive and negative cables are coming out. Right, I've just cut off all of this excess. However, what I did not just do was put it up to where I need it and then cut it. Little tip. Always leave yourself with plenty, so you can tuck a little bit of excess into a little void and know that if you do make a mistake, you have got a little bit to play with there. Again, I am not a qualified electrician, however, I've been on plenty of building sites and hearing a lot of swearing from an electrician because he's cut a cable too short. So now I can just take this and look how long it is. I'm going to tuck the excess in here. It's quite hard to do it one-handed. And then plug that into there. So yeah, that'll be like that. Nice and neat. And now we're going to do this. But we don't need to do any more MC4 connectors. With the bits that we've already snipped off, we already know that we've got connectors on them, so, and they do match up. So what we can do is just pop them on. And do you remember I was saying about having 10 meters left of cable? Well, that's all I've got from the negative side. So I'm glad that they did come with really long cables. So now they're connected onto there, we can just bend these around really nicely and know that they are going to come up to about here. So I reckon I'll snip them off around there. Might cut more off, but we'll see. It's going to look really good. And the isolator did come with extra ones, so now you've got some spares. Right, I think it's time that we whip this off and have a look. Hopefully, it should be pretty easy to take off. It was a little bit tricky to get this cover off, but purely because of how small I made this cupboard and I couldn't get my screwdriver to the side to grab the screw, so I've had to take it off, undo those and put them back on. So I'm coming back probably about 20 mil. PV in, go around our little gland there. Now, have I got the right screwdriver here? Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, always connect your negative up first. I like that. I hope there's a Sparky out there going, bloody well done, mate. Feeling pretty smug about that, I'm not going to lie. Tell you what, filming inside a cupboard is bloody hard. Take me there. So this is our AC out. So I'm just going to quickly measure that, about 220. Now I know that I want a socket down here, I believe. 220 to the center of that. I like that. Don't be that sad, Cam. I was going to put a level on it. I'm just quickly brushing up on how to wire this. Live comes to here, neutral, and then our earth is down here. Yeah, cool. I remember now. Yeah, I got this, it's obviously 3-core. It's flexi cord as well, which is sort of got a bit more thicker coating on it, so it's a bit better in cold climates, I believe. So what I like to do when I cut around this, because I really don't want to cut the other cables, is I cut it very slightly and then I just break it. You can, yeah, just sort of carry on going round and eventually you'll split it. No cables were harmed in the making of this. Lovely. Live, neutral, earth. Lovely. So now I can work out how much I'm going to need, because our live and neutral just come to here, but our earth is all the way around here, so you've got to think about that. I think I'm bringing that up into the top. Maybe our live will go that way. It's nearly 5 o'clock, I'm still going strong. Here's a little bit of an update. So this is our new cable, which plugs into the generator, if you see down there. And that supplies obviously 240. I've tucked it all the way around here, nice and neat. This is the old one, which I'm currently getting rid of. And that has come down to here and comes out here. Now this is going to come across here and go to the AC going in. So this is like the grid, which you can connect to in your house. Obviously ours is a generator, which is fine. As you can see here, there's grid and there's also generator, so we can tie into that. So yeah, I'm just going to make that connection now, but I'm just sort of getting everything ready, so when it is all connected, it should all work. We have had a lot of rain and now we've got sun, and I need to get this up and running. But I think, I've got everything that I need. However, I have had a problem with getting hold of the cable for the battery coming up to the solar inverter. Your standard power cables, you know. You go to like electrical wholesalers, yeah, they don't have anything like this on the shelf. Obviously, they are more household, industrial electrics. It's not what they specialise in. However, when he did search it, he did say, oh, on my system it comes up as like automotive cable. So I was like, ah, okay. So I went to, is it like Highland Motor Limited? I don't know. An automotive shop. Explained what I needed and he was like, okay, yeah, we do have it. We only have it in black and it comes on a 30 meter reel and it's 60 quid. I was like, no. I don't need all of that. He said, yeah, a lot of people do say that. And then what I suggest to them is jump leads. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this. This makes sense. So obviously with Voltanic, they do specify the size of cable that you will need. And mine was a, I think it's 4 gauge, 25 millimeter square cable. And so, yeah, he brought out jump leads, which were 22 millimeter square. And I was like,
cool, no, this is going to work. I can definitely work with this. And then he said, okay, well, that's £66. Yeah, so I said, okay, well, look, I'm going to go to Halfords because I know they obviously have like the audio stuff. Maybe they've got some power cables there. So I went to Halfords, and they did have some power cables with like lugs and everything on the end, but they were too short. Yeah, unfortunately, they weren't long enough. So I looked at their jump leads, and I bought some. Exactly what I need, 25mm squared. And I know that some jump leads, you know, they can cheap out on the wire on the inside. So I did check, and yeah, these are decent cables. Now, I'm just going to chop the ends off, because I don't need them. And yeah, for 23 quid, flipping bargain. I think they're 2.5 meters in length. So again, I've got plenty there to play with. Now, before I do start tackling that, I think what I'm going to do is get the rest of the cables for all the sockets all run. Yeah, I'm going to get all of the rest of that all wired up. And then I'm going to just focus on the battery. That's the last thing that I've got to do. Okay, I'm just starting to look at the battery now and how I'm wiring it up in series. Now, what is confusing is I obviously ran out of the black cable, the negative cable. So some of my negative cables are in red, which is confusing me a little bit. The way the BMSs work is they actually go through the negative side of the cables. Your positives both come to here. But yeah, as you can see, B's negative, C negative, that's the out, which then brings it to here. So then this is your negative. Now, I do have some more cable, so I'm probably going to change these and make it a bit more clearer. So that's my next job, making this 12 volt lithium ion battery 24 volt. Alright, I've just made up my final cable. And apologies, I haven't filmed much of what I've been doing, but you know, as you're about to see, there's not a lot that I can show you without getting in the way. So I just cracked on. Okay, in theory, we have a 24 volt battery now. God, look at all these cables. Underneath here in this corner is our positive coming from this battery cell, and that comes straight to this nut right here, which we can put our positive to, and that's our positive side. Now, from the battery negative on this cell, which is over in this corner, this cable comes up, goes to the battery negative, comes out over here at C negative, and that goes to our positive underneath here on this battery cell. So this is our negative to positive. So then over here is the negative side of this cell, and that cable comes up to the B negative here, and then comes out at C negative here, where this comes over to this nut, and this is our negative side. Hopefully that all makes sense. Now what I'm going to do now is squeeze everything in. I've got to connect up the heater, and that goes right here. This is a H negative. Over here where we have the positive on this cell, the positive for the heat mat is connected to there, and then the negative for the heat mat comes up the side here, and that's when it gets connected to the H negative for the heater. Also, if you're looking at these are Bluetooth like module receivers. Yeah, this is how I can check on each cell. Okay, hopefully that is the battery sorted.
What I'm going to do now though, before connecting up the 24 volt, this is the 24 volt to 12 volt converter, and running that down to the battery. Yeah, I've just then got to connect these ends up to this fuse board and then run some new power lines down for the switch panel. So yeah, I'll do all of that first and then I'll make the cables up. But this is going to be done today and we'll see how it performs tomorrow. However, tomorrow is very grim. But I do believe the day after we're getting some sun. So we'll see what it's like. We'll give it a couple of days. Why would that not work? DC 24 step down to 12 volt, 20 amp, 240 watt block. Oh shit. It's the wrong way round. I just automatically assumed the red and the yellow would be the 24 volt side, not the 12 volt side. What a ball ache. But hopefully it's not blown. Alright. Silly me. It shouldn't take too long to sort back out. Idiot. So yeah, this is my last thing for wiring it up for the 12 volt side. I just wanted to get this done just so we've got like the pump, the lights in here.
Oh, of course.
So once I know that's good, then all I've got to do is make 2 cables up and then connect that. But this is going to show me if
You've done it.
if I've wired a battery up 20 volt, 24 volt. I think I've done it right.
Boom! Other way, Hunter, just in case.
Yeah.
Where's your ball? Can you go find it?
Go to safety.
Where's your ball? I think his ball's in there.
No. Negative. What do you reckon, Rachel?
I don't know. I guess that's a good start. Should something be happening?
Yeah.
Do you think it's blown?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. How will you be able to tell? Can you open it or not?
No.
We'll just have to get another one. If I order it now, it'll probably come tomorrow.
Let me just have a little troubleshooting. Voltmeter. Right. Cool, so we have got 24 volts, well, 26.74. Oh man, yeah, we're not getting anything from that. Fuck. Okay, that was a £19 mistake. You fucking dickhead cam. I'm just looking at it and just making sure I haven't wired it up different or wrong. But I haven't. And now I don't have any 12 volt in here. Right, the only thing that I can do is get this other cable made up. Silly me. There you go, just because I automatically just saw red and black and thought, oh, they're 12 volt cables. No. Right, I'm going to go tell Rachel to order another one of those. Idiot. Right, yeah, let's make up these cables. What I'm going to do is put, yeah, I think I'm going to put this kill switch right here So I'll make a very short little bit of cable, and then that will continue all the way down. Yeah, purely because I don't know how big this battery is going to be. Hopefully that we'll get next year. So I don't want to put something like this in the way and then I have to remake a whole new cable. Right, because we don't have any light, it's kind of hard for me to show you what I'm doing. But I have cut off the first cable, the ground is all connected. And now I'm about to start on the positive. So I just have some lead snips and I'm just, there you go, chopping it off. Coming back about 10-15 mil. Check with your lugs, see how much you need to cut off. Right, if you're an electrician, look away now because you ain't gonna, well, you probably shouldn't have even watched this, to be honest. Yeah, what I'm about to do is criminal. I don't have a big lug crimper, okay? What I do have is a hammer. I told you should have looked away. I've got a hammer and then I've also got one of these crimpers. Now these don't do the size, but what I do is I just hit it down a little bit just to hold it in place. Like so. And then I get this, but I put all of my body weight on it and I put it on the yellow one, the biggest one. And that does a pretty good job at crimping it. I can't pull it off. And then run out of heat shrink, unfortunately. So it's the old electrical tape, but I am colour matching it, so give me a bit of credit there, alright? Cool, right. So that is going to come down. Hey, that one went on pretty well. I'm getting good at this. Look away. Oh, beautiful. Boop, boop, boop. We'll be honest with you, my hands are sore. Doing this day in and day out. Fucking fiddly shit. Get why Sparky's just fucking leave shit all on the floor as well. Okay. Time to connect. Oh, no. Electrical tape. Before I turn anything on, I'm going to have a bloody good read of this and just see if there's anything that I've missed and that I need to wire up. And I'm going to go connect the solar up. Something I haven't done yet. That's one. 23% battery and then it dies. What's all that about, eh? This hat makes me look really old. Like a fucking fisherman. I have been pulling my hair out all day. We got this all wired up yesterday and then problems occurred. Thankfully, it's got nothing to do with Voltanic's inverter. It's working great, as it should be. Obviously, within this, there is loads of Obviously, in here, there are loads of parameters that you can change for the type of battery that you want to use. Now, it is pretty much set up for lithium-ion, because obviously Voltanic sell lithium-ion batteries. They don't sell AGM batteries or anything like that. A lot of that's fine. It's how you are using it and how you would like it to function. That's what we've had to change. Now, the problem that I had is that the generator, when it was running, wasn't charging the battery. The solar wasn't charging the battery. I checked everything with the voltmeter to see what's going on, and everything should have been working. So it was like, what the fuck? So I went down to the battery. Yeah, the last thing it could have been was this battery, and I was really worried because obviously this is our only battery. This is the only way that we can run it. So I just sort of slightly lifted it up. It's like, yeah, positive, right, positive, negative. Yeah, that's going to the right one. Negative to now positive. Yeah, that's right. Right, now negative to the stud. Yeah, all good. There's nothing wrong with that. Slowly put the lid back down. And I think it was this wire. I just saw it turn slightly and I was like, okay, well, let's tighten that up. Quarter of a turn, I think. Quarter of a turn. Went over everything else, but everything else was pretty tight. Opened my app and it's charging. That's all it was. That nut there, quarter of a turn. And it would have saved me a whole day. But with that being said, Rachel used ChatGPT, whatever it's called, and we just went through everything, every parameter, told him what battery we had, what BMSs we had, you know, what's the best setting for everything. And we've nailed it down. It's running absolutely perfect now. And yeah, we're now getting our free energy, which is amazing. Oh, look at you. Right, that is it all closed up. Now, the battery I do still need to sort out and try and get it closed. That's a me problem. This is the isolator for the solar. This is our consumer unit, which has like an RCD, and then all of these are for the sockets that are in here. This is, I don't know, I just thought I'd put a socket in here. It can either be for like testing, or if I, tell you what, if I want to put another power bank in here, I can hook it up to that and charge it. So there we go, that's what that's going to be for. I literally just thought of that whilst I was on camera. I like that. I'm going to do that. Because that is very handy, that little power bank. So yeah, almost done. Almost there. At least we're getting solar in now. At least we're getting our free energy. Tomorrow and Thursday, we got some sun. So I'm interested to see how much we get. Oh, annoyingly, that missing cap is stuck in there. I thought they were for this. They were not. That has annoyed me. Well, the sun is shining and I've got a new converter. So I'm going to swap this over now and... So I'm going to get this all set up now and get some lights back on in here. Oh, that's a big cloud. Oh, so much for being sunny all day. Right, we are disconnected down there now. We are safe. Get on there, boy. Lovely. Oh, well done, Cam. Made to measure. Oh, I can't wait to get some lights back on in here. Burn, baby, burn. It's going far. So the sun's coming back through. Yeah, we're not expecting this to solve our power problem over winter, because let's face it, we get, honestly, I think come the middle of winter, maybe an hour of sunlight is what we're going to get. And yeah, that's not going to fill our battery. It might get 1 or 2%, let's be honest. So yeah, I do need to come up with another solution. Gain some power over winter. Wind. We're so sheltered here, there's no point trying to get a wind turbine. The only thing that we could possibly do is generate power through water. So I might very kindly ask the estate if they don't mind if I run a hose up the hill and tap into one of the streams over winter. Get a little turbine, probably invest in a good one. Maybe put it over the old septic tank. Maybe get another IBC actually. Get another IBC with an overflow. And then maybe next year I could tap it into the well. Thoughts? Let me know what you think. But hopefully that might be able to get us a bit of power over winter so we don't have to run the generator. That would be really nice. Right, I'm back on the old gimbal. I'm just trying to get the mic to connect to it, but it's not at the moment. But sun is out now and we are getting some power. Holy crap, we are over like 20 amps now. I was just wiring this up and this thing just kicked into gear. We are getting some power now. We are good. This is really, really good. It's working. It is working. I'm really happy. So yeah, I've just quickly got to finish wiring up the lights and then we can switch this power back on hopefully. Right, everything is wired up. Is it? No, it's not. I'm trying to find my stand. Be right back. Found it. Oh no. It doesn't fit. Oh, I need the battery pack. Son of a bitch. Right. Let's prop you up somewhere. Now, we had to fight DJI for them to fix this bloody camera, so I don't want to drop it. Right. Just got to plug this one in. Remember what happened last time? Okay, no big shocks. That's good. We have power. Why no power that side? Why is that side not working? Did I mess up? I must have messed up. I bloody did mess up, huh? Oh, I annoy myself sometimes. Right, take that off. Now I should be able to sort that out quickly. Right, all sorted. Hey, hey, we have lights. Once again, we have lights. How nice is that? System is running great again. Let's give it a couple of days and I'll come back to you. Well, happy Sunday everyone. It is currently present day. I'm just editing this video, about to put it out, and I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update. So far, this system is running great. Really, really happy with it. We have been getting a lot of solar. It has filled up our battery, but as you could probably hear today, it's a grim one. It's raining all day. Now, there is one problem, and it's actually one big problem that we are having. But again, it's nothing to do with Voltanic. It's actually to do with the generator that we bought when we very first got here. Yeah, it's a dirty generator, as they call them, because it's not an inverter generator, so it doesn't give out pure sine wave. Now, with dirty generators, you can't really run sensitive appliances on it. I also found that out because some of you might remember that I actually plugged one of my chargers into the generator and it blew it up. Yeah, so what we actually do now with the power is we run them through one of these which has like thermal cutouts and stuff like that, so it protects any appliances that you put in there. Now that's great, but you're not getting as much power. Obviously with our generator there is a 16 amp output. Your standard sockets in your house are 13 amp, so it's not very efficient to run it through something like that and then into the hybrid inverter. So we're actually looking at getting a new generator, which isn't cheap. For the same sort of brand, Champion, you're looking at about £750. So yeah, it's an expensive purchase, but I think it's one that we do need to make. And that will then give us our 16 amp output in a pure sine wave form. So we can run it straight into there. At the moment, we can't. So all we are relying on is the solar to charge up our batteries at the moment. But hopefully we will get that sorted, and then we will be able to, yeah, charge up when we put the generator on. The other good thing about this other generator is it's a dual fuel one, so we could get another refillable LPG bottle and put it in there, and of course that's going to save us quite a lot on fuel, because LPG can be anywhere from like 30 to 50% cheaper than standard petrol. So yeah, this is an investment that we do have to purchase. Now, if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. I know this video isn't for everyone. It's very long-winded, there's a lot of information. But I do like to watch these videos because everyone's off-grid setup is different, and, well, this is ours. And because you stuck around, I'm going to give you a discount code with Voltanic. So if you use code Kevlar, you will be getting a discount on the checkout. But I hope that I did make this video just a little bit enjoyable for you all to watch. Now, I will be making another video for Voltanic. It's going to go into a lot more detail of how the system runs, how important the solar panels on the roof are, especially for us where we are ever so slightly shaded. And then, like I said, next year, hopefully we will be getting a new battery from Voltanic, because they are hopefully bringing out a wall-mounted system, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.